Is your magic meter running low? Well, we've got a cure for you. Welcome to Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePaoli.
And I'm PatrickzFilms.
I'm Patrick Dougal.
Yeah.
You just got back from Orlando.
I did.
Did you, I know your main purpose wasn't specifically Disney related, but was there any Disney magic in there for you?
Yeah, I went to Magic Kingdom during the day one day. And
Solid
I
choice.
also hung out at Disney Springs for a little bit.
Now, was this your first time at Disney Springs?
It was my
second. That's right. You were there in June.
When when the shopping section opened.
Is it complete? Not yet. Not yet. I don't think. Right?
No, I think there's still a couple restaurants under construction. The Boathouse one specifically, I believe.
Okay.
But it's 80% done.
Okay. Cool. And Magic Kingdom, what'd you do? Anything new?
No, I had to go to be our guest for some fun times, so that's why I went over there.
Okay.
I saw.
No, did you had a reservation?
I just did lunch, so the quick service lunch.
So they're still doing that.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely. And then I watched Festival of Fantasy because why not?
Exactly.
And then I saw the fall ending for Fantasy Fair.
Nice. Anything? You saw the original show in June, and did anything stick out to you, or no?
Well, originally I went to the very opening weekend of Fantasy Fair.
That's right.
So obviously Lewis wasn't in it for particular reasons, but he's back in it now. So that was the difference, and they had the new fall ending. I don't think they took anything out. It's just an addition to the original.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't replace.
It didn't replace anything. They still do the ending song and whatnot. But just newer costumes and an additional extra minute song.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, that's a fun trip to Orlando.
Heck yeah.
I had something fun happen too. I went to the Jim Henson Company Studios for a big gala they had supporting, the Center for Puppetry Arts.
Okay.
And Dave Goelz was being honored. If you don't know who Dave Goelz is, he is the only person to ever professionally perform Gonzo. He's the only original the original Muppeteers left. Frank Oz, who did Miss Piggy and Animal, has moved on. All of them have, except for Dave Goelz. And there were some Emmett Otter performances too.
No.
Yes,
you cried.
Oh, I was so excited. Act 1 ended with an Emmett Otter performance, and there's some Fraggle Rock, which of course isn't Disney, but the Muppet Dave Goelz did perform Gonzo. It was very cool, very fun night. And guess who I met there? Michael Giacchino.
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah, he's the composer of, most excitably for me, Jurassic World.
Yes.
But he also wrote Inside Out and I believe Zootopia. Yeah. He wrote the scores for those. Very nice guy, very cool. He was there. I guess he's friends with Dave Goelz, so he was presenting to him. And it was a super fun night. It was my first time spending a good amount of time at the Jim Henson Company, and took a tour. It was awesome.
Yeah, I saw your tweets, and obviously the one thing I was most jealous about is you met Lolly Lardpop.
Oh, are you a big fan?
I love Lolly Lardpop.
That's so funny. She is the sweetest.
Yeah,
the sweetest woman.
The puppeteer and voice of Abby Cadabby.
Yeah, that's right. She was very, very nice. We hung out for a good chunk of the night.
Love Lardpop.
Well, I wish I had known that.
Lolly.
I did get a little bit of sheet music before I left from Emmett Otter, the rehearsal sheet music.
He stole it. You're stealing.
It was given to me, but I don't know if it was supposed to have been given to me, but still, it was given to me. Maybe by Lolly. I don't know. But yeah, it was a great night and a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But shall we talk about some news from the week?
Do it.
Something major happened at Disneyland. It's the Frightfully Fun Parade, which is part of Mickey's Halloween party.
Yeah.
And we were 1,000% wrong. This is a parade.
Yeah.
We had predicted that it sounded more like, even though they were calling it a parade, we thought it might be more like a cavalcade because, frankly, we're used to hearing things that weren't happening. Neither of us heard about floats hanging out backstage or even auditions we kind of heard about, but dancers could go anywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a full-on parade. And let's talk through it real quickly. It's led by Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas. I gotta say, the music choices are interesting. I'm not a big fan of the Boo to You music either. I know you love it, and most people do. How's it go again? Boo to you.
No. Boo to you. A trick or treat. Yes, but
Okay, I'd say this is about equally as good as that.
so then it's amazing.
It depends on how you look at
Boo
Booty.
to you and you and you and you. Happy Halloween.
Nice. So yeah, I don't know. It's like a mix of Nightmare Before Christmas music with some like original Halloween type music. Not my favorite, but Zero was a cool way to start the parade, I think. You know what was super cool was the Nightmare Before Christmas vampires.
The dancers, yeah.
Yeah. So no, they were like pushing the vampires.
Oh, like almost similar to in like Paint the Night with like Tigger and Genie and.
No, those are the big puppets.
Yeah,
this
but
is, this
they're
is more like a boo.
Yeah,
yeah, and Soundsational. I at first when like I saw them from a distance, I thought they were gonna be like the Sleeping Beauty fairies in
Foff.
Yeah, Festival of Fantasy. FOF. FOF sounds better, but whatever. I thought they were going to be like them hovering and doing their own thing, but then as they got closer, I was like, oh, they're being pushed. It was still cool. I think those vampire characters from Nightmare Before Christmas are like really cool and kind of underutilized. Are they in Haunted Mansion Holiday?
I don't think so.
I think they might be seen only at the like when you're loading the Doom buggies. You know that like big
That
flat.
full, yeah.
I think they're there, but like beyond that, I don't think we really see them. I like those characters. Happy that they're in the parade. And then Jack and Sally have a float of their own. What was missing from this float? Because for me, I was like, how can this not be there? Did you notice something Nightmare Before Christmas that I was like, what?
What? Wait, what are you saying? Something wasn't there?
If something that I would expect to be on a Nightmare Before Christmas float was not part of it.
Oh, like the spiral.
The Curly Q Mountain. That's such an iconic Nightmare Before Christmas image. I was very surprised. They have this cool like long staircase. That leads up to
somehow.
Whose house is it? Or is it Town Hall?
Maybe.
Might be Town Hall. But it's not the spiral mountainside, which I was surprised. I don't know. Beyond,
I didn't really think of that, but yeah.
Yeah. Right now you miss it. Yeah. Ugh, next year. And the Sanderson sisters weren't even in the parade. What are we thinking?
They need a float.
Well, that just means the show's going to come next year.
Okay.
They're just like, next year. Sure. Haunted Mansion float.
Yeah, very similar to the Haunted Mansion unit in Booty-oo.
Except for the fact that, like, the float is our Haunted Mansion.
Yes.
So it's the plantation house type of thing as opposed to... now,
it's just a graveyard at World.
I was going to say, at Walt Disney World, they don't have the building.
No.
So yeah, I thought that was nice. We do have the hitchhiking ghosts on there.
Ballroom dancers, the gravediggers.
Now, did they spark here?
Oh, I
don't remember seeing them spark. I don't know if it was the video.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing them spark either.
I don't. So that's a disappointment.
Yeah, that's like the main part of it, actually, yeah.
Yeah, the gravediggers.
Maybe they do that.
I'm making you realize a lot of stuff about the parade that's
yeah.
a bummer. Oops.
Well, my favorite unit is still one coming up.
Okay, well, we'll get to that then, I guess. I do think it's funny. I want to mention the hitchhiking ghost. I love it when humans, like, okay, so the whole point of animatronics is we're trying to make them as human-like as possible. I think it's funny when we as humans, like, take note or reference the fact that they move robotically, because like the choreography of the hitchhiking ghost is very robotic, and I think that that's just funny. Let's see, hitchhiking ghost, the old man, the old man. I love the old man with the lantern. The gravediggers, as you said, a lot of stilt monsters coming up for Dr. Facilier.
My favorite unit. I thought
Dr. Facilier?
I thought the flow was so cool.
I thought when I first saw it from the distance, I thought that it was the Halloween tree that we have in Frontierland here. And then as I got closer, I saw Dr. Facilio was on there.
I just like how he has like a huge like throne chair and like all of his like mass shadow creatures are on it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, it was a cool float. And then it ends with like a big villains float.
Like Mashup.
This was probably my favorite float because it was so big and like they had several units to it. The Queen of Hearts was there. The Pocahontas villain, what's his name? Radcliffe was there. Captain Hook, Stepmother and Stepsisters, Hades, the Evil Queen, Frollo, the Maleficent Dragon, Cruella de Vil. All of them there.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of villain representation. Overall, I'd say, thumbs up. We got a Halloween parade.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
win.
it's a 4-unit parade, but like... It's something.
But Booty-U is a short parade as well.
No,
is it
Booty is long.
Oh, okay.
Booty is like there's a pirate section and the whole like Fab Five section, and the
can't remember.
candy section, and the villain section, and the haunted mansion section.
I think I need to go and remind myself.
There's a lot. Yeah, we have their full like Jack Sparrow and Barbossa face character.
Oh, that's right.
Like,
That is a cool
pirate ship. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. So, bravo, Disneyland. You've given us what we want. And now our greedy selves are going to ask for the Sanderson sisters next year.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be making a Halloween party this year.
I don't think I will. I'm doing Mickey's Not So Scary.
Yeah.
And frankly, the prices are just... They're out of whack a bit. Like, even with that, I'm like, If I weren't going to Orlando, I probably would do it. But I know you're having scheduling conflicts. So.
Yeah.
Busy.
So busy.
But that's the Frightfully Fun Parade for you. More Halloween-related news, or kind of Halloween-related news. We all know about the Tower of Terror being retired at Disney California Adventure for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mission Breakout.
But something's happening that's a little weird, considering the fact that they're really... Like, if they were quietly getting rid of Tower of Terror, I'd be like, okay, I understand. But they are making a fanfare about this. They're having special merchandise, special photo ops. They're having, what's it called, Blackout?
Late night checkout.
Late night checkout, thank you. So, like, they're really doing stuff to celebrate its retirement, which is great. But, on top of that, they started dismantling the building.
Yeah.
This is weird. Now, granted, the Twitterverse Disney fandom is going a little crazy over this, but I don't know. How do you feel about it? You don't care?
I mean, it's weird that they would like take it off. Like, they're hey, a photo op, but we're gonna just take down the iconic title of the hotel.
Yeah,
I admit that it's weird, but I'm still not too. They're gonna do what they're gonna do.
I wish there was some warning with that.
Yeah,
I wish they had been like either warning or. Imagine this really cool video or photo op or something like we bring out Star-Lord or some character from Guardians that can like shoot the building and all the letters fall, and that's how they got rid of them.
What they're gonna do is they're just gonna put them outside California Adventure, similar to the California.
That'd be fantastic. Honestly, if those letters had a DCTC, I would be hunting them down. I was like, oh, nothing. I can't make anything out of this. Yeah. But it's a bit of a bummer. I've also heard the dome is gone now at the top of the building. Like the R2-D2 dome. It's weird.
Go to Hollywood Studios.
Go to what? Oh, go to the Hollywood Studios. It's the better exterior anyway. But I don't know. It's just weird to me. And I still need to do late checkout.
I haven't done it either.
Oh, I gotta do it. Speaking of Disneyland Resort, Southern California Annual Passport.
Are back.
They're back.
The 60th is over.
It's been like 2 years.
Oh. 60th was like...
Yeah, it was like 18 months or whatever. But yeah, it's been about 2 years since they got rid of this pass. This is the lowest pass, I believe. And it's available most weekdays and some Sundays. So it definitely has the most blackout dates. It goes for $459.
It came back with a $100 price increase.
Yeah, it was... I don't look selfishly. This just means more crowds. This is it because now how many passes do we have? This makes it more than 4, doesn't it? Didn't we have 4? Because they split up the top one into 2. So now I think there's 5 annual pass
and
levels.
If you want to count the like Costco DCA pass,
sure. Now 6. Oh god, we're getting as bad as Universal here. What do they have, like 14 or something?
Universal Hollywood.
Universal Hollywood.
Orlando's
great.
Universal
Hollywood. There's like depending on the time of year.
There's a new pass that comes out every month.
It's unbelievable. But yeah, this is. I'm sure this is making a lot of people happy. So I hope you're happy, and I'd be curious to see, because I think the deal was if you had it, you could renew it at that level, but nobody new could buy that type of pass. Yeah. So now new people can buy it. Apparently some people didn't renew. I'm assuming numbers are down, but that happens sometimes. Tokyo Disney has a lot of stuff going on. You want to go back to Tokyo Disneyland?
Yeah.
You're like, I just missed it all.
It's already the greatest park, and now you're going to throw some more greatness into it.
Here's the thing, though, with any Disney vacation. As soon as you come home, there's some announcement about something that's going to be coming up. And you're just like, oh, man, I got to go back. this is their plan, ladies and gentlemen. They're very good at making us want to come back. So, yeah, Tokyo Disney has successfully done that. Easter for 2017 will be celebrated in both parks. Was that the case last year?
No, it was just Disneyland.
It was just Tokyo Disneyland.
Year, yeah.
So, this year. So, it's going to be in both parks now. Disneyland... sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, that's just when I went, so...
Yeah.
I mean, I loved the Easter celebration at Disneyland.
Especially since we don't have one here.
Yeah, oh my, it's a big deal over there.
Yeah.
Big deal.
It used to be at Walt Disney
I think
World.
all of their holidays are a big deal over there.
Yeah, they like bright colors. So any excuse to
even,
put
like their Halloween celebration's crazy too.
Yeah. Yeah, they have like actually dark stuff. Right?
Yeah.
We've talked about this, I think season 1 or something, if you want to check that out. We did a whole episode about like Tokyo's Halloween and Hong Kong's, I think. So the Disneyland Easter Parade is going to debut Nick and Judy from Zootopia at their park, which is nice. I mean, that's a bit of a delay, I'd say. Unless it was released a lot later over there, I'm not 100% sure.
It actually was. I remember when I went, because Zootopia came out in like March or so, I went in April and it still wasn't out yet.
Okay.
So, I mean, but it's only like a month or two later, so.
But I guess Judy makes sense. The bunny, you know, that's the Easter bunny thing. You stick every bunny you can in the parks. So there's that coming. Also, at Tokyo Disneyland Port Discovery, the Nemo and Friends Sea Rider will be coming.
Yeah.
And it's a submarine that you shrink down to the size of a fish. I think Star Tours like, right? Simulator?
Yes, the ride. I was able to ride Storm Rider.
Okay.
Before, like, I went... And then it closed like a couple weeks later.
This is replacing Storm Rider.
Replacing Storm Rider. Yeah, it's like a bigger version. Like the screen is big.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a bigger version of Star Tours because it can fit like
double the amount.
Like quadruple.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's like a full.
Oh, that's a giant
theater, like a theater, but like.
So kind of like Honey, I Shrunk the Audience.
But no, but still Star Tours where the whole thing like moves.
Gotcha.
It's crazy.
Very cool. Turtle Talk is getting their update with the Finding Dory characters over there as well. Tokyo Disney Sea Harbor. They're going to have like this whole Pirates of the Caribbean thing before the new live-action Pirates movie comes out. Not that there's an animated one, but they're going to have Jack Sparrow there. And even over at Disneyland, Tokyo Disneyland, they're going to be having a special Pirates decor and atmosphere entertainment. It's craysy.
They get everything.
Do you want more pirate stuff?
No, I just want. That sounds cool. All the cool stuff.
Oh, Patrick's being pouty.
I'll just go over there like once a month.
Once a month? Are you gonna get an annual pass?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, sounds good. And of course, we spoke about earlier. They're updating their Dreamlights Parade, which will begin on. They got a date now, officially July 11th.
And that parade is long already.
Yeah. Tokyo. Congratulations, I guess. I
mean, you've already won. Stop.
They do not have Paint the Night.
Yeah, but Dreamlights is cool.
Which one's better, if you had to pick?
I mean, Paint the Night.
Paint the Night's better.
But DreamWorks has more floats.
It's not DreamWorks, it's Dreamlights.
Dreamlights has more floats, and it's like Paint the Night plus Mickey's Electrical. But they're getting getting a Frozen section. Apparently, their Beauty and the Beast section went away, and it's coming back.
Yep.
And then they're updating their Cinderella one.
Yeah, so lots of changes coming to Tokyo. Go there for Easter, I guess.
And they just, I guess last year is when they just got their Tangled float. So they're like just getting a new float every year.
But they're not taking it away, it seems like. So it just keeps getting longer and longer. Pretty soon it's going to be like a 45-minute parade. You're like, all right, sure.
Yeah, their parades are long. Their Easter parade has 4 show stops.
Oh, wow.
And the show stops a good, 10 minutes.
Now, tell me, do they have a better system as far as getting people across the street during parades, or do they have the whole breaks in the parade as well?
Honestly, I just, literally everyone takes out a little seat cushion and, sits during a parade.
Really?
It is, the most, Japan's got, everyone.
They got to figure it out.
Everyone knows what to do. No one's a tourist. Everyone's, take a map or a seat cushion. I'm the person who sat on the floor and I'm like, oh.
And they're disgusted by it.
Doing that on the floor. Take a map out. Sit down on it.
That's really funny. Yeah. Do they sell the seat cushions in the park? Oh, wow. Well, good for you, Tokyo. But now we're going to head to Walt Disney World.
I was just there.
You were just there. But you got to experience something that pretty soon sounds like will be going away forever, but as of right now, is going on, what do they call it, peak season or seasonal operation, Stitch's Great Escape.
Yes.
I wonder if anybody's upset by this news. I actually do wonder. So let us know, leave a comment below how you feel about Stitch's Great Escape going on seasonal operation. Patrick says thumbs up. I would say thumbs up because what this means is that they're probably getting rid of it, right?
Mm-hmm. Literally the only ride I rode over there was People Mover.
Oh, nice choice.
So...
No Carousel of Progress?
No.
Patrick, you disappoint me.
It was going to be too long because I had to make Murph.
Wait a sec, there's never a line for... Oh, the attraction itself is long. Okay.
Because it was only a 20-minute window.
You had to make what?
Murph.
What's Murph?
Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair.
Oh, okay.
Get with the acronyms.
Sorry.
Jeff.
Well, I expected, I thought...
Murph.
You know where my head went? Actually, when you said Murph, I thought Murph was short for Murphy, and the Maleficent Dragon's nickname at Disneyland is Murphy because of Murphy's Law, so I thought you were talking about the Maleficent Dragon in Festival of Fantasy. That's the route my head went.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's the way my brain works, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
But yeah, it's going on seasonal operation beginning October 2nd, which means there's a good chance I'm not going to see it when I'm there. That's fine. I'm good with that. Supposedly, the rumors are that there's a Wreck-It Ralph 2 attraction that's going to be going into that space. So, based on the likelihood of rumors coming true in the Disney Twitterverse, I'd say this is probably the first step. Like I said, very curious if people are upset by this. So please leave a comment below. Or maybe they're just changing it back to the extraterrestrial alien encounter. Oh,
that would be amazing.
Would it?
But they wouldn't.
No, I'm ready for something new. I wasn't a very big fan of the... Well, you were really young. You were scared of it, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were legit scared. I was like...
Terrifying.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Good memories. Patrick peed his pants in the extraterrestrial alien encounter.
Yeah.
True story.
It's true.
Let's see. What else is going on? Some MagicBand stuff happening. This seems to be like the never-ending thing at Walt Disney World is changes to MagicBands and such. Mm-hmm. Now, we've spoken about the interactive elements that were put in place for MagicBands. Stuff like in It's a Small World, and the Haunted Mansion, and Mission Space, and Cover Story on Hollywood Boulevard, and Rock and Roller Coaster. They had a lot of, usually monitors, that would recognize you by your MagicBand and display your name and where you're from often in the attraction. This is supposedly disappearing, and no real announcement about it. It's just going away.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? You don't care?
No.
It seems it seems like it was a little down the throat, I would say. It was not done very cleverly. Listen, I haven't experienced it. I'm only basing this on video I've watched. I don't know. It just didn't rock my world.
It was never... I don't think even when it came out, there was no official announcement of it. And so there was no official announcement of it going away. It was just kind of maybe a test.
Yeah, it might have just been a test period. There were some monitors that were never used, I guess, inside Star Tours as well as the Brown Derby. But, yeah, it's... I don't know. Maybe they're rethinking what they'll use MagicBands for. I'm not sure. But... I would like to see it somehow incorporated into attractions, just better, more seamlessly. Is how I would like it. And honestly, there's probably a couple of those instances where it was kind of cool. For me, if I had to pick a favorite of what I saw, it was probably the Haunted Mansion did it the best. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah.
Haunted Mansion, yeah. Also, about the MagicBands, there's some patents out and such for new designs for them, where they come with these pucks now, these little RFID pucks, because apparently, like pin trading and everything else in Vinyl Nation, people are collecting MagicBands. Yeah. I have not jumped on that bandwagon at all. Have you? Did you get a Frozen one? Oh, are they? How much do they go for?
Especially if you get a limited one, they're $28.
So that's probably part of the reason why they're changing this design. So I guess the technology would be in this puck that they would sell, or that you would get with your MagicBand, and that would pop out and go into other MagicBands. So I guess they could probably sell more bands cheaper that way, and also it wouldn't, because right now, if you're staying on resort property, I still can't believe this hasn't changed. You still get the MagicBands for free. Like, your initial just plain colored Magic Band is free.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are a lot of people like myself who only use that. And at this point, I will have like 4 or 5 of them. So, like, I don't know. It does seem like a tremendous waste of money. New designs don't exactly thrill me, but it looks like it's heading in that direction. So, MagicBands, yay! And no word as far as Disneyland is concerned. Still testing, I guess. Yeah. But I don't think the bands are coming. Some other Walt Disney World news, and this is like super nerdy, geeky stuff, but it excites me, is River Country news.
Yeah.
If you don't know what River Country is, it was Walt Disney World's first water park. It was near Fort Wilderness, right? Uh-huh. And it closed for early 2000s, officially 2005, I think, but really 2001's the last time.
I remember going there.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
See, I don't, and I believe I went as a very young kid.
I went a couple times.
Was it cool?
Yeah, I remember it being so much fun because it was literally the lake water, though. So.
Yeah, they had the lake water, and then they had the pool as well.
Yeah, because when I was young and my brother, we were both in Boy Scouts, so they would do a lot of camping trips at Fort Wilderness, and then we go to River Country.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember going there a lot.
I just learned something new about you. I didn't know you were a Boy Scout.
Very shortly.
Very short.
My brother was longer.
Okay. I can totally picture that. Awesome. So yeah, this I want to go now because I love abandoned things, abandoned theaters, abandoned amusement parks.
If you want to get trespassed, yes.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. You cannot legally go to River Country these days. But they have filled in a pool there. There's been a lot of rumors as to what they're going to do because it's just dead space at this point. So there's been talk about DVC buildings being built there. But they did fill in a pool recently, especially with this whole the virus. What's it called? The Zika virus going on. They had like still water there, so that attracts the mosquitoes and everything. So, and frankly, from a safety standpoint, like if people can trespass on there, somebody might get hurt, and they'd still be able to sue the company because even though they weren't supposed to be there, it's their property. So they probably got a case on their hands. But yeah, it's filled in. That's a little disappointing. I would like them to like do River Country 2.0. But I guess 2 water parks is enough.
Yeah.
So, I just want to go see it before they develop it.
There's like a bunch of YouTube videos.
I know, but I want to go.
Well, then go. I won't tell anyone.
Yeah, but they'll find out.
Yeah, they know.
How terrible would that be?
You'll get trespassed.
Do you think I would be like, I would be kicked out of Walt Disney World or Disneyland as well?
I know someone who went in, got trespassed, and he was just banned from World.
Okay. Well, maybe that's worth it.
All right, well.
Forever or?
They said forever, but then they lifted it like
4 years?
3 to 4 years later.
Okay. I'll consider it.
Okay.
Leave a comment below. Should I or should I not break into River Country?
You're going to miss Avatar Land.
Oh, yes, that's true. Well, if it were like a year, I'd be like, all right.
It's Star Wars Land.
Well, we're getting it here.
Yeah.
It's cool. But let's see. What else is going on? In Los Angeles, Walt's first LA residence, which is in Los Feliz, is... it's being recommended as a city landmark. Now, this is an interesting little story because somebody bought this house not realizing what it was and was going to demolish it. And the people went a little crazy about this because this is the first place Walt Disney lived. Now, he lived there less than a year. It was his aunt and uncle's house. But they're trying to save it and make it a historic landmark. So, I don't know. How do you feel about that?
It's random.
It's a little... It's like, trust me, you're talking to like the Disney history nerd here who wants everything preserved.
It's kind of like but going to be like, oh, but Walt ate at this restaurant one time.
Well, it is funny because they did say, let's see, nothing's tearing it down would not be. Oh, the owner thinks tearing it down would not be good for the community. The court or whoever made these decisions did say this is not like a precedence for like every place Walt ever lived or worked or anything is a historic landmark. As it is, the Hyperion Studios is gone. Like that to me is much more epic than the first place Walt lived out here. But yeah, and apparently the garage is actually in a different location. It's at the Stanley Ranch Museum in Garden Grove. So now they're trying to get the garage back to its original location. And it's a fun little interesting story. I never knew about this, to be honest. So this story brought it to light for me. So I'm curious if they do make it a historic landmark, whether or not it will become like some sort of tourist museum, or if it's just gonna be like, well, just go look at it.
Yeah, there it is.
I don't know, but there was that. Also want to mention, I don't know if you saw it. Did you see Blackish, the season premiere?
I did not.
The season premiere of Blackish on ABC went to Walt Disney World.
They did.
Have you ever seen this show before?
I've seen an episode or two.
Do they complain that much in every
I think
episode?
so.
Because I'd never really seen an episode. It's just like just a bunch of people complaining.
Well, to be honest, that's what a lot of vacations are at Disney.
Well, the whole concept, to me, now I've seen a lot of the sitcoms go to Walt Disney World. I love those episodes. Full House did it. I think Family Matters. Oh, God, how many? So many.
A lot.
Boy Meets World, right? There's so many shows. Roseanne. I usually love them.
The Middle's done a couple.
The Middle. Yeah. My biggest complaint with the Blackish episode was that this really felt like a commercial for the park.
I haven't seen it yet, but my biggest complaint from what I've heard is how fast they get around the... How are you doing this in like 6 hours?
They're in every park in like one day, and I'm like, that ain't happening. Although, to be fair, they did have VIP service. Okay. So that was like the whole thing. They had a VIP, a plaid tour guide with them for like 7 hours. And they were being very snooty, like, we're VIP, let us through type of thing. And then he's like, okay, my time is up. And they had to wait in line at that point, and they were not very happy. They're very angry people on that show. But, if you like Blackish, I'm sure you're happy to see the premiere there.
But yeah, fun fact, Jennifer Lewis on the show is the voice of Mama Odie.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Does she play the mom?
I think so.
Oh, that's fun. Or maybe the grandmother.
Grandma.
That is a fun fact. That should have been trivia. Oh.
I only know that because my friend met them from Murph.
Cool. Murph. That would be the Mickey's Festival.
No, Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair.
That's what I said. Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair.
Yep.
Nice. I think that... Oh, there was some news that came out today. Earlier this week. Twitter. Disney's trying to buy Twitter? Did you hear that?
Oh, no.
Disney's like trying to control Twitter. This is weird. I don't know the full details as it was recently announced. And... I don't know. They want to kind of control what people say about them on there, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be interesting. So I'm sure we'll have more news about that as the story develops there. But before we move on to trivia, I want to give some shout-outs. Shout-outs to Jonah C07. Thank you so much for leaving us a 5-star written review on iTunes.
Whoop, whoop.
Hi, Jonah.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey. Hi, Jonah. Hi. How's it going?
We shouted you out.
How's it going? Leave a comment below. Let us know how it's going.
How's it going?
Okay. AZ_Phoenician. I really love people's usernames. AZ Phoenician.
Thank the Phoenicians. That's what it is.
Is that what it's in reference to? I don't think everybody...
Let us know if that's a Spaceship Earth reference.
Yes, comment below.
It's AZ, the alphabet.
Okay. Maybe.
Remember how easy it was to learn your alphabet? Thank the Phoenicians. They invented it.
First of all...
Thank you, A to Z _Phoenicians.
Okay, if that is the case, number one, bravo to you for an awesome username, and bravo to you for, figuring that out.
To me, that was obvious. Maybe because that was my favorite line in Spaceship Earth.
It's a lot of people's favorite lines I've come to, realize.
Because Judi Dench just kills it.
She does kill it. Did any of the other narrators have that line? Did the narration change as the voices change?
I honestly don't know.
I'm sure probably slightly, but I think it's mostly the same. In any case, I think that means it's trivia time. You want to hit me first?
Sure.
Let's hear it.
We were talking about MagicBands earlier.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Uh-huh. And I just want to know... Pick your brain a little.
Okay.
Do you know from the standard MagicBands how many colors you can pick from?
I knew you were going to ask that. I know the initial was gray, and I think it was gray only initially. And then there became orange, blue. So is it gray, orange, blue, red, green? That's 5. And they've added since then. Is that what you want to know? The other
right now. What are the colors you can pick from?
So just the solid color ones. So there's those. And then I think there's a purple and a yellow. So... Is that them, the 7? Or is there more?
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
There's 8.
Ooh, I'm missing a color. Let me think. Pink.
Yes.
There's a pink one. That's right.
So there was originally 7, and they added purple.
I thought they were originally. I thought like when it first started, there was really only gray.
And then they got to the 7 for a while, and
Okay.
then purple was just recently added within the last year.
Now that's really interesting to me as well. Like, why would they bother with that? That just is.
People wanted purple.
I guess if you have a large family, everybody wants a different color, so maybe that's why. Because I was a family of 7 growing up, so maybe that's the reason why they did that. But interesting.
Yeah.
Fun little fact. Got a question for you. We're talking about the Boo-to-You Parade, or actually the Frightfully Fun Parade, but this is related to
I was
Boo-to-You.
like, which one?
Boo-to-You. When did that premiere? Do you know the opening date of Boo-to-You?
Oh, no. 2000.
Nope.
No, 19.
Yeah, 1900s is correct.
1998?
Close.
9.
1999 was the premiere of the Boo-to-You Parade. And then they had some parade and soundtrack changes in what year?
2005.
Boom! You got that. And then, that was bad. There we go. And then they revamped the parade in...
2009.
Nope.
10.
Nope.
7.
Nope.
6.
Nope. You're going the wrong way. It's very
8,
recent.
2008. What?
They supposedly revamped it in 2014.
I mean, they revamp it every year.
I don't know.
Revamped with what? They got rid of. There's like a new edition every year, so technically that doesn't count. The first ones I got were right.
Disney Wiki. I don't know.
Speaking of right trivia, let's go back to last week.
What happened? What was the trivia?
Do you remember how there's a whole thing about did I get the question right with Whoopi Goldberg? Totally, everyone said I got it right. So
well, why didn't they comment in the video?
I saw it on Twitter. They're like, by the way, Patrick was right. He did say that. And I was like, thank you. Snap, snap, snap. So I got that trivia right, and then I got this one as well. So
Well, okay, sure.
mark 2 down.
Oh, we should really keep track, actually. That'd be... well, let's go back to episode 1.
Right, you can do that. Let me know.
Somebody watching, if you want to go back, the easy part is that trivia is always the last thing. So you just listen to the last 5 minutes and let us know who's winning. I have no idea. Nor do I really care, so please don't waste your time doing that. But, guys, I think that's going to do it for us this week. Of course, between episodes, you should connect with us in places like...
Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, SoundTune.
SoundTube? That was the best laugh ever. That's going to become a GIF. That's going to become a GIF.
But SoundCloud, iTunes, our blog post on Tumblr.
That's right. And all of that can be found at DisneyCoastToCoast.com. Have a fantastic week, everybody. Bye.
Don't forget to write a review on iTunes. Leave us a 5-time review. We'll shout you out. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.
And speaking of Disney animated films, Moana trailer.
Moana, the first official trailer.
Yeah, full-length official trailer.
Not a teaser.
What'd you think of this?
It looks so much fun.
I gotta be honest,